Welcome. The ancient Israelites, often known as Hebrews or Jews, hold a prominent place in the sacred scriptures of the Bible. Many people are familiar with their language, culture, and especially with the roots of Judaism as practiced by the prophets, priests, and other figures in the Old Testament. However, not as many know about the genetic origins of the ancient Israelites. This video aims to explore studies of ancient Jewish genomes to provide a clearer understanding of the Jewish groups most closely linked to the ancient Israelites, the mystery of ancient Israelite DNA. Genetic research on Jewish populations plays a vital role in population genetics, helping trace the timeline of Jewish migrations. Complemented by research in history, linguistics, archaeology, and paleontology, these studies aim to uncover the origins of various Jewish ethnic groups and to investigate whether they share a common genetic heritage, a genetic Abraham, if you will. These studies primarily rely on three types of genealogical DNA tests: autosomal DNA, mitochondrial DNA, and Y chromosome DNA. Autosomal DNA tests, which analyze a mixture of all DNA inherited from both parents, reveal that Jewish populations often form distinct but genetically related groups within independent communities. Many of these communities show significant genetic connections to Ashkenazi Jews. mtDNA and yDNA tests, which focus on maternal and paternal ancestry respectively, provide further insights through genes transmitted solely by female or male ancestors. Studies on Ashkenazi, Sephardic, and Mizrahi Jewish communities within the Jewish diaspora show substantial shared ancestry rooted in the Middle East. Let's take a brief look at these communities, beginning with the Ashkenazi Jews. This group, one of the largest branches within Judaism, has deep roots in Central and Eastern Europe, in regions such as Germany, Poland, Russia, and neighboring countries. Ashkenazi Jews have developed unique liturgical traditions, customs, and even a distinct dialect of Hebrew. Over the centuries, Ashkenazi communities have had a lasting impact on European culture and contributed significantly to fields like literature, philosophy, and science. Next, we have the Sephardic communities, which originated in the Iberian Peninsula, that's Spain and Portugal, and extended to parts of North Africa and the Middle East. The term Sephardic comes from the Hebrew name for Spain. In the 15th century, many Sephardic Jews were expelled from Spain during the Inquisition and established new communities in places like Morocco, Turkey, Greece, and Egypt. These communities retained distinctive cultural, liturgical, and culinary traditions that reflect their historical roots. Another significant group is the Mizrahi, a term referring to Jewish communities with origins in the Middle East and North Africa, with histories dating back thousands of years. Mizrahi Jews have roots in countries such as Iraq, Iran, Egypt, Syria, and Lebanon. Although they share the Jewish faith, their religious, cultural, and linguistic traditions are often distinct from those of Ashkenazi and Sephardic Jews. Their unique histories reflect interactions with local societies over the centuries. These three main branches illustrate only a fraction of the rich history and culture of Jewish communities worldwide. Jewish groups also show remarkable genetic ties with present-day Lebanese, Palestinians, Bedouins, Druze, Arabs, Jordanians, and Syrians, as well as with populations from the ancient region of Mesopotamia. Jews in Europe, including Italy, Germany, Poland, Ukraine, and Russia, also show genetic links with historical non-Jewish populations, particularly along maternal lines. This suggests some degree of mixing with European populations, especially for Ashkenazi and Sephardic Jews, mainly in Southern Europe but also in other regions. Some researchers observe connections between Ashkenazi Jews and certain European populations due to historical interbreeding. Genetic studies reveal that Bene Israel Jews, Cochin Jews from India, and Beta Israel from Ethiopia, while showing similarities with local populations, also display traces of Jewish or other Semitic ancestry, particularly in the case of Ethiopian Jews. Additionally, various Jewish groups possess diverse ancestries reflected in genetic studies on ancient Israelite DNA. Ethiopian Jews, also known as Beta Israel, have a unique history. They are often considered descendants of the lost tribes of Israel, specifically the tribe of Dan or Manasseh. They are believed to have migrated to Ethiopia thousands of years ago, possibly during the era of King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. Living in relative isolation, the Beta Israel maintained distinct religious practices, incorporating elements from the Old Testament, though differing in some ways from mainstream Jewish traditions. Apart from Jewish groups, the Samaritans also persist today, sharing a significant portion of genetic heritage with the ancient Israelites. A 2017 study published in Frontiers in Genetics indicates a genetic affinity between ancient Levantines and present-day Palestinians, including Bedouins of the Levant. A 2020 study further confirmed genetic continuity between human remains from the Bronze Age and the current Levantine population, linking various Arabic-speaking groups in the region, such as Palestinians, Druze, Lebanese, Jordanians, Bedouins, and Syrians to ancient Israelite and Canaanite DNA. Ashkenazi Jews, in addition to ancient Israelite Semitic DNA, have between 42% to 60% European ancestry from Germanic, Italian, and Slavic populations, resulting from historical mixing during the diaspora. Specifically, their ancient Israelite ancestry ranges from 20% to 28%, reaching up to 39%. In contrast, Sephardic Jews show a slightly higher percentage of ancient Israelite origin, but share a similar European influence with Ashkenazi Jews. Mizrahi Jews, who largely remained in the Middle East and did not mix with European populations, retain over 63% ancient Israelite ancestry, making them the Jewish group genetically closest to the ancient Israelites. Many wonder which Jewish group is most similar to the ancient Israelites of the Bible. While Ashkenazi and Sephardic Jews share descent from ancient Israelites, Mizrahi Jews display a higher genetic affinity. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share it with others interested in the genetics of the ancient Israelites. May God bless you, and see you soon.